Salam and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the Quran in English Basics for Beginners. A'udhu billahi minash shaitani rajim. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Surah 23, verse 50, Surah Al-Mu'minun, the believers. And we made the son of Mary and his mother as a sign. We gave them both shelter on high ground, affording rest and security, and furnished with springs. Just as a reminder, Jesus was conceived in a miraculous way. Mary never ever slept with any man. Nobody. No one in the heavens, no one on earth, not even angels. Nobody. There was never, so from a medical and a scientific point of view, this is a great miracle because it is impossible. It is impossible for a woman to get pregnant without a sperm. There was no sperm inside Mary, but by the command of the Creator Supreme, by the command of God, where the command is kun, fayakun, be, and it becomes. In Afrikaans it is wees, and that is. When God gave that command, immediately she became pregnant without anyone putting a sperm in her. She remained a virgin. Her hymen was intact. It was never ever broken by anybody. The only time that her hymen was broken was when she was giving birth to Jesus, peace and blessings be upon him. Are we clear on that? And even after the birth of Jesus, peace and blessings be upon him, she never had another man. So she was a symbol and a paragon of someone who is chaste and pure in everything. And that is why the birth of Jesus and peace and blessings be upon him is such a great miracle. But that does not make Jesus God. Please don't mistake that. Remember a very simple formula. Anybody that comes out of a womb is not God. Remember that. Mary is not the mother of God. Jesus is not the son of God. It is not possible for God in the heavens to then make Mary and then Mary gives birth to God. So let us not get confused. It is only the devil or shaitan or Lucifer who puts confusion in our brain. This is what Islam teaches. Islam teaches La ilaha illallah. There is only one God. There is no God but Allah. Surah 112, Qul huwallahu ahad, Allahu samad, lam yalid wa lam yulad, wa lam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. Say, He is God, the one and only. God, the eternal, absolute. He begets not, nor is he begotten, and there is none like unto him. He is absolutely unique. The words he begets not, nor is he begotten simply means he does not have any children, nor does he have any parents. He wasn't born out of anyone, nor does he have any children. No father, no mother, no son, no daughter. Please, just remember, as long as you remember the method, if you can count up to one, just count up to one. This one means La ilaha illallah. Once you can know, if anyone asks you about God, just pick up one finger. Don't pick up 2 fingers, don't pick up 3 fingers, don't pick up 10 fingers. As long as you pick up one finger, you are doing well, okay? So, and we made the son of Mary and his mother as a sign. We gave them both shelter on high ground, affording rest and security, and furnished with springs. O you messengers, enjoy all things good and pure, and work righteousness, for I am well acquainted with all that you do. And verily, this brotherhood of yours is a single brotherhood, and I am your Lord and cherish. Therefore, fear me and no other. Once again, La ilaha illallah. Don't take any other God. Don't take any other entity as a creator. There is only one creator, La ilaha illallah, right? But people have cut off the affair of unity between them into sects. Each party rejoices in that which is with itself. But, and remember this, the British have a very famous rule. Divide and conquer, divide and conquer, divide and conquer, because they know that there's strength in unity. And we all know the famous fable when we were in nursery school, which our teachers told us so lovingly. There was a farmer who had 7 sons. And he told his sons, "Oh, my sons, please remember my farm is very important. And after I die, I don't want you all to fight amongst yourselves." So then he gave each of his 7 sons a stick. And he told the 7 sons, "Right now, break the stick." And they all broke the sticks. Then he took the another 7 sticks and he tied them with a string. And now he told the 7 sons, "Try and break this," and they couldn't break the bundle of 7 sticks. So the father explained to them, "United we stand, divided we fall." Now Britain is a master of this, to ensure that when there is disunity, then they can invade and take over lands. And this is a formula that they've used for hundreds of years, for centuries. For example, in Africa, they know that one tribe will fight against another tribe. So they will use different examples. So they will use ethnicity. In Africa, they use one tribe to fight against another tribe. So when the 2 tribes are fighting, then Britain or America or any other nation, whether it's any of the European nation, we know it was Spain and Portugal and Germany and France and various European powers came into Africa. So they would then fund both sides. They will give the one ethnicity, one ethnic group weapons, and they would also give the other ethnic group weapons, and these 2 will fight with each other while the colonial powers will take all the resources away. Right? And meanwhile, they'll get rich because they're selling weapons, right? And the same thing happened in India. But in India, instead of using your ethnic differences, they use religion. They say, okay, the way we can weaken the Indian people is we make Muslim fight against Hindu. And they made Muslim fight against Hindu. So the Indian continent became very weak. Meanwhile, British took control. They took the jewels of India. They took their treasures. They took everything. Whereas in South Africa, they didn't use religion. In South Africa, they used race. They said, okay, black against white. So they made a black man fight against a white man. And this is how they've used this example many times all over the world. So you must remember the simple formula. United we stand, divided we fall. And we also see this among some Muslim ulama, but this I'll leave it to the academic forum. Please do not have your fights on social media and TikTok and Instagram and Facebook and all of that. It is not good manners to do that, right? If there are 2 ulama who have a difference of opinion and the followers also got differences of opinion, rather go to a boardroom and talk about it as civilized people instead of throwing mud on social media against one another. It doesn't benefit anybody. If you got something worthwhile to say, put pen to paper, write down your thoughts and send an email. And you know what, the majority of people don't know how to do that. That's why they'll just throw mud at each other. But if you're sincere in ensuring unity, write down a document, send it to the relevant parties, let them respond to it. If you can't figure out a way, arbitrate. Or if not, you leave one another peacefully. But you got to respect the other fellow. Even in the days of the great Imam Abu Hanifa and all of them, Imam Shafi and all, they used to honor and respect one another. And Nabi Sal'lal'laa'hu A'layhi Was'sallam said that differences of opinion between the scholars is actually a ni'mah and is a blessing for the ummah. But it must be done with hikmah and beautiful preaching. You mustn't just make a difference just for the fun of it. And the danger is some people become arrogant and they have an ego problem. And that is then a big problem. But if you know that you're a super intelligent person, very knowledgeable, and you have a difference of opinion with someone else, then the super intelligent people, the people with wisdom, they won't reduce themselves to the state of a gutter. They won't go fight with each other in the gutter. They will say, I respect your opinion, I beg to differ, but we agree to disagree. And they will leave it at that. They will leave it. You must leave the discussion with honor and with dignity, right? But what happened? People have cut off their affair of unity between them into sects. Each party rejoices in that which is with itself. But leave them in their confused ignorance for a time. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah.